The dream is still alive for an African country to win the World Cup. Morocco just beat Portugal 1-0 at full time, sending Cristiano Ronaldo crying on his way home through the tunnel. What more do you want from us Messi fanboys? But yeah,
Give
like
me
you
your
said,
tears.
Morocco just beat Portugal. We're here to talk about it. We have a lot of things to say about it, so please stick around for that. First things first, welcome to the For the Badge Football channel. We're giving match reactions for every game, so please subscribe if that interests you. Like the video, and do all that jazz. So let's get right into it. What do we think about the game? Start with no, anyway, anyone start.
Oh,
Um.
oh,
You
go
yeah.
me?
Go ahead. Go ahead. No,
Oh
no, no.
yeah,
You.
okay. So masterclass performance by why am I blanking? Morocco. Defensively they were sound. The keeper was fantastic, and when he was called upon, attacking wise, they were also pretty good. They had a couple of chances, especially probably like at the 91st minute, they had a chance to end the game. Didn't decide to go for the chip, just hit it straight at him. Probably could have just taken it around the keeper to finish the game off 2-0. But great performance by Morocco. Really, they stuck to the game plan like they did against Spain. Personally, I think they played better than they did against Spain. And yeah, they showed for it. I mean, they were down so many defenders. Aguirre, and their backup defender went down too. I mean, it was just like next man up, and everyone showed up. That just shows a good team quality. Everyone believes in each other. And that's exactly what you want, especially with the Cinderella story that's happening at the moment with Morocco. You need everybody on board. And it looks like this team's pretty well knit together, and every player is showing class. Like it's not the same level, of course, but like they're still doing the job. They're getting the job done defensively,
sure.
and the whole team's playing pretty well. Now they're down their backup striker, I believe. I don't think number 21 plays the whole game. I think he comes on in like the second half or something like that. Bogus get double yellow card. First yellow card, valid. Second yellow card, ref. I don't know what the ref was doing. I guess he wanted Portugal to win. He lost a bet. I don't know. Elijah said he lost a bet in the group chat.
Yeah, he probably lost a bet.
But yeah, it was very tough, very harsh, especially at the level of the game. Referees this tournament have said they don't want to send players off. So and then this guy went straight to the pocket, sent him off. Bit very harsh because he didn't really make contact with Joao Felix. So, and he got the ball too. So I don't really know how that's yellow. It's pretty harsh, and he's going to be out for the semis. Yeah, that's my take on it. Also, Pepe, disgraceful comments from him saying that the ref was not favoring them. That the ref cost them the game. It doesn't make any sense to me because they've had their chances, especially Pepe had his chance at the very end of the game to tie it, and he missed his header and it went wide. So I don't see how you can blame the referee for that, especially on the goal. Oh yeah, the goal. Keeper misjudged the flight of the ball. Actually, no, he judged it right. It just he didn't. The striker undercut him, so he kind of like read the route basically and jumped the route. So the keeper, if he went forward, the keeper would have got it, but he tried to go for behind, and that's when the striker was able to get the jump on it and scored. So well played by the striker for reading where the keeper is going. Unfortunate for Costa, I must say.
Yeah, for sure. I have the Pepe quote pulled up, by the way, just for people who don't know what he said. He's said it's inadmissible when Argentine referee was in charge. That Argentine referee was in charge today after what happened yesterday with Messi complaining. After what I saw today, they can give the title to Argentina now. And I think it's just an excuse, but go ahead, Diego.
It's not even that important, but I did not know Pepe was actually Pep. But that was a new pronunciation for me. I always thought it. No, wait, no. Why are you saying sorry? I was wrong. I always thought it was Pepe.
No, you're right. I just mispronounced it.
No, mispronounced it. Then the Fox commentators all game were saying Pep.
In Portuguese, I think it's just Pep. I mean, everyone calls him Pepe. It's like Bruno
I'm a cultured man then.
Bruno Fernandes.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna start calling him Pep because I like to stick by their names. Bruno Fernandes.
We're about to get a comment saying you're mispronouncing his name.
Oh God.
I know. So I'll say Pep because I think that is the correct way to say it, and I'm all about the correct.
I thought I was just butchering it.
Cool. No. I think it is just. Well, that's right. It's Portuguese. So Pep. All right.
Yeah.
I do think Portugal played better than Spain did when they played Morocco. They had at least a couple of chances. I felt like they could have potentially scored on another day. And I'm not gonna lie. Okay, this is the slightest bit of me that's a little sad that the Argentina-Portugal final is not off the table.
True.
Not gonna lie about that.
We
That being said, Morocco are arguably, I want to say, the bigger underdog than Croatia was last World Cup. The lack of huge individual. I know they have some good individual players. Do not get me wrong. I'm not saying they don't, but the lack of that like. I mean, no one even like they don't have that Ballon d'Or winner Luka Modric or anything like that. They have Hakim Ziyech, who has been out of form with Chelsea, and now he's showing he's in very good form. He has been playing.
Yeah.
Bunu or Bono, however you say it, he's been phenomenal. But like, I don't think anyone was like, oh, he's an amazing keeper. There's like, yeah, he's a good keeper, plays for Sevilla, but he's been incredible. Amrabat, their midfielder, I saw someone say like he's up there to win the Golden Ball for best player of the World Cup now. Like his odds have increased that much. Yeah, he's like I don't know odd betting, but it's like 100-1, which I think is better than he was before. I don't know odds betting. Just might know better than me, but he's been phenomenal. Obviously, we all know Hakimi was good, but like it's one of those where like it's like one good player, and you're like, yeah, but one good player can't do anything. But this whole team is playing so well, and I want to talk about specifically the manager, because he has like so much like tactical experience for someone that I feel like we never even heard of before.
Youngest manager, right, in the World Cup, I thought.
Is it really?
I'm pretty sure that's what they said in the game against
like
Netherlands.
Oh
no, sorry, I'm thinking about someone else. You're right, but he is one of the youngest. He's like 40 something.
Well, he's got a huge career ahead of him based off this World Cup, because my God, like he knows his team's strengths. He knows they can't go toe to toe with the best. So he sets up this. Obviously he's playing very defensive. Okay, obviously he's playing very defensive, and at the end of the day they have to. And people might be mad. Whatever, I don't care. I think he has to do this, and he's doing it perfectly. He plays this defensive, like 4-3-3. So hard to break down. They actually have the best defense in the World Cup right now. And I think that even matches those who played only 3 games as well. So for those teams who only played 3 games, they still are tied with the best defense, I think, like with Tunisia or something like that. So
yeah, they've only scored 1 goal against. It was an own goal.
It was an own goal. Yeah, exactly. I think it was 2-1.
They can only break themselves down.
They have been so hard to break down, and then of course then they break, and you could argue to get a little lucky. Diego Costa makes a big goalkeeping error, in my opinion. He comes out a little early and completely misjudges where the ball is going, and as we just got the hops to jump and get it. But I mean, you need the luck, and I'm not going to say that's not a part of the game. You need the luck, and they did it, and then they defended so well the rest of the game. Even with injuries too. Who was it? Mazraoui, like Andres said, Aguerd. And even Roman Saiz came off, who was one of their best defenders as well. He came off.
Ziyech came off because he was injured too.
He came off. I didn't see that. Okay, he was injured too. So who knows who will be out still? But at least for this game, they had so many players that they had to deal with injuries, and they fought and they deserved this win. They were still very good, and I'm excited to see who they play too, because I think they'll put up a good fight, whether it is France or England.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think depending on who they play, I think they have a better chance against England. Yeah, I think they have all the tools to disrupt England's harmony as a squad in the game plan and stuff, which we've seen before. England, I feel like it's not that hard for England to be broken down, but it's hard to keep them broken down, because in plenty of games they've had to have something later on in the game that turned, like Senegal. The first 35 minutes was Senegal's game, right? And then having a goal and then switched everything. USA, they could never get going. Against Wales, the first half, they couldn't get anything going until halftime. They switched something around. So that's what I mean, is that I think Morocco I think England, it's not that hard to break them down and to not get them flowing. It's hard to keep them that way. And I think that's going to be Morocco's task. But they have done that with Spain, Portugal, and Belgium, keeping them at bay the whole game. So I think if they play England, it's going to be good. I think France is going to be way harder. I think, personally, I think both France and England beats them, but it's going to be hard against France. England is very favorable for Morocco, and then we could see an African finalist, which would be crazy. And a Morocco-Croatia final would be on 0.001% of all brackets.
That would be what a final.
That would be huge.
Imagine Morocco wins that too. It's just like what just happened.
Dude, if Morocco wins if an African team wins in this fashion, the fashion that Morocco does it, who by the way I feel like Morocco weren't the African favorites by any means. No one really.
No.
When you think of Africa, like huge African football teams that have a chance, right? It's always Senegal, Cameroon, Nigeria, who weren't even in the World Cup this year. Teams like that. You don't really think about Morocco.
I think even now, like I don't think no one. I think the number one was Senegal, considering they won the African Cup of Nations. So that people, obviously that's an easy be like, oh yeah, they're the strongest. But then without Mane, I think we all kind of, maybe besides African fans, so no offense to them, but we all kind of wrote some African teams that, like if they had Mane, I think I would have put Senegal higher. But besides that, we kind of wrote them off, and Morocco, like the perfect just combination of players, tactics, managers, scenarios came together, and they're playing so well right now. And honestly, I'm excited. An African team deserves to finally have a chance to really show the world, yeah, we can hang with the best.
Definitely, and we've always kind of known, but they never. I mean, this is the first African semi-finalist. Like, I think that says enough. So to say, African teams are strong, underrated, but they're not as strong as Europe's strongest teams. I think this is kind of flipping the discussion a little bit, but you meant like in a world where players couldn't like look at the French team. A lot of their players are from Africa. If teams couldn't do that, imagine how much strong African teams could. Yeah, if you had to be from where you're from, they'd be like these African teams would be up there with the best.
They would be.
At the same time,
they would
better,
be
they're
better.
taking down other teams. Yeah, exactly, right?
Yeah.
So like that would be huge. But I mean, this is just a good step forward. This is also, I feel like, a good step forward for players who are considering switching to the African nationalities, like Inaki Williams, right? Going that route. I think Callum Hudson was considering it. Just like teams like that, like players like that. This could be a turning point for them in the way that they're gonna see like, wow, look at what this means to these fans, to these Moroccan fans, and how getting this far. Imagine what we could do for our country. Things like that. I think it's gonna be very interesting to see. I'm excited to see that. I would like to see that personally. I think we need a change in the national football hierarchy, personally. So, yeah, that's all I would have to say.
All right.
Well, I mean, if that's all we have to add, it is early.
Moral of the story is defense wins championships.
Right, it has. We've seen it.
Who gives a shit about the offense? Because the defense is what matters.
Defense. You can win 6-1 one game and then not score any of the next and lose. That's so do that.
All right. Well, I'll just cap it there then. England versus France starts in about 35 minutes, so we'll all be watching that. End of the game, we'll have a match reaction up. So if you're interested in that, please subscribe, turn notifications on so you get alerted to when that is released right away. We've been doing this for every match. Gonna do it for every match. We're enjoying it. We hope you're enjoying it. Blah blah blah. Everything I say at the end of the video. If you like the video, please press the like button. Comment your thoughts on the game and anything you really want to comment on for the future of the World Cup, the past World Cup, and hopefully we'll see you guys in about a couple hours or so.
Yeah.
See you guys.
Peace.